are you doing?
You know, I wish that like when people make a shirt and they make it large size, they make it XL, 2XL, whatever it is.
Yeah.
We don't always need it wider. We need it taller.
Yeah, I guess so. Welcome to the show, guys. It's the wide world of games. I'm Katie McKinley, aka Gonna Shock Them.
And I am John Donadio, aka Some Beauty to Love. Thanks for joining us. For the next 60 minutes or so, we will be bringing you the latest in esports and gaming news.
So buckle up, just like every night, it's gonna be a wild ride here on the wide world of games. Now, if you're not aware, the Overwatch League's grand final is this weekend. Okay, so of course we have to open with an Overwatch clip. It would only make sense, featuring everyone's favorite robotic ninja.
Raiden from Metal Gear?
No.
Gray Fox?
No. Genji.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, don't worry, John. You're not alone in that opinion, though. Especially when gamers are going against Genji players like Effect, who know how to use this insane acrobatic abilities that he's got.
All right,
so
let's see
roll
how
the
he
clip.
does. All right. Oh, okay. He knows where he's going. He knows what he's doing.
He's coming back. He's coming around the back. He's going to
Wow,
flank
I've never
everybody.
seen anyone go up that way.
I've never seen them either, and honestly, I didn't realize that he could. And he literally just goes in there and demolishes everyone. That poor Widow just like murked right off of that.
Murked off the top.
Oh my goodness.
I've never seen a Genji get that high.
Dude.
And taking the point, basically.
And he just chills and sits there acting like it's his duty and his business, and he's all set.
That was insane.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's take a look at some top news.
Hey, yo!
Hey, yo. When we think of Samsung, we don't think of Nintendo, I don't think. That's why it was surprising for us, at least, to hear about the Samsung is planning for their foldable Galaxy X. And as a few days of rumors suggest, the buzz of the new phone on the way is that it is certainly geared towards gaming.
Now, we don't know for sure, but rumors have come out that Nintendo and Samsung are working behind the scenes to create the next big thing. The Galaxy F, for future, will be totally foldable. I'm not saying that that's what the name is specifically, but you know.
Right, that's what we were told so far. That's
yes.
the rumor.
Will be totally foldable and will allegedly be the next mobile gaming device. It's speculated that a sponsorship with Nintendo could be a possibility, especially after, you know, Apple's release of the mobile Super Mario Run, that, you know, as we saw recently.
Right, exactly. We can't wait to see if these rumors are true and to see if Samsung will help Nintendo create the newest version of essentially what might be the 3DS. What you guys think? Tell us in the chat. We'd love to know what you guys think about it. I think that would be cool if, well, I love my 3DS.
Right.
I like holding a new, you know, system that I can go on the go with.
Mine still goes in my
Switch,
backpack so I can get my steps.
Yeah, if they have the Switch, I think the next thing really is a logical phone, which would be kind of cool. I'd love to have a Nintendo phone. I won't lie.
I think it's really cool how we are seeing more phone companies go through and work with console companies to kind of collaborate on different projects. Like, I think it's definitely the next gen and the next steps towards, you know, mobile gaming.
Right, exactly.
Now, FIFA's 19 release date is fast approaching, but publisher EA is yet to reveal any substantial gameplay footage. However, a video has surfaced on the FIFA subreddit via user WadaFak, that shows the game in action for the first time.
Now, unfortunately, the video has been pulled, though it still may be floating around there somewhere in the internet. EA hasn't said when we'll be officially seeing some gameplay, but there is a release coming up in September that we'd probably expect something before long.
Now, the video showed a Europa League match between Manchester City and Manchester United running on PS4. Fans were able to see the game's new features, such as the active touch system and new commentary team, as well as an updated set of menus and tactical options.
Very cool. I'm not a big soccer guy.
Right.
But I know people get very excited for the FIFA games.
FIFA is huge.
Since PES is sort of like their only competition, FIFA really kind of runs away with it, which is pretty cool. Let's take say hi to the chat since we haven't said hi to you guys yet.
Hello.
Ice Core, Inuyasha, Ravenclaw's in here. Hamburglar says he's eating your ice cream from Friday.
He is. He literally takes it out of the freezer every hour or so he's home and just scoops from it. That's how much ice cream is still there, guys, from Friday. It's almost a week later.
Exactly. People want to see you dressed as Static Shock.
Yo, that'd be so cool.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that.
That would be pretty awesome.
Maybe 15,000.
We'll see how it goes. All right. Next up.
Yes, next up we've got British developer Ninja Theory is bringing its critically acclaimed Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice to the Oculus Rift and HTC Vive later this month. The new version will be available as a free update for anyone that has already bought the game on Steam starting July 31st.
Now, according to Ninja Theory, the VR version is almost identical to the original game. This isn't a side story or any kind of technical demo or anything like that. You can actually blast through, and you can't really actually blast through in 30 minutes. It is the full game, which is pretty cool. It will retain the original third-person perspective, keeping the player locked behind Senua.
Now, you will, however, be able to turn the headset to look around and gently guide the picked warrior in a different direction. For Ninja Theory fans, this is an unexpected bonus and a welcome one, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I got to play this game and review it for Gamer Assault Weekly, and I actually gave it a 10 out of 10. This was one of my favorite games, but it is very jarring for those that deal with anxiety or depression, and that's kind of the point of the game, actually, is to see how even warriors sometimes need to deal with their own inner demons, which is pretty awesome.
Mental health is universal, guys.
Yes, absolutely, and we stretch it through games all the time.
Now, guys, we got some top highlights.
Yeah! The Call of Duty World War II players spend a good deal of time creating their perfect class and modifying their weapons. Then you have players like FP Ghost, someone who decides guns are just not personal enough. Instead, all he wants to do is beat the enemy players to death with that trusty golden shovel, like a civilized soldier. Take a look. He goes on a mad tear with this gold-plated shovel now. Watch him just kind of clean up. He finally comes in contact with a few baddies.
Oh.
There's a kill there with that one. Here's another kill with that shovel.
Dude.
There's another kill with that shovel.
Reckless.
The best part is actually running around with the shovel. My buddy Nick did this and actually has the diamond shovel.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Which is pretty awesome. So he gets his fighter pilot thing here, get a couple of kills with that. He was on fire this whole match.
Dude. Like, literally, you can't mess with this dude. He's literally coming for you
and
now.
then there was someone sitting in front of him, and he kills him with the shovel. And another shovel kill.
And another one. And another one.
Another shovel kill. So much fun.
I love it.
I can watch clips like this all day long.
No, it's funny because literally you watch someone murk multiple people in one setting. Of course you're gonna sit there and want to be like, yes, how many more can you get? Let's go, push through. And it's so much fun.
Absolutely.
Now, unfortunately, Chuck Horta didn't have access to FP Ghost's Shovel of Doom in this match of Dodgeball in Gears of War 4, but thanks to some precise aiming and a quick response time, he was able to secure the victory for his team. Let's take a look.
Cool.
Dude, these guns are pretty cool, though.
I love the skins.
Yeah. And
Playing as Carmine.
Yeah.
Which is always hilarious to me when anyone picks Carmine.
Now, I don't know much about Gears, so every time I watch, I just sit there and watch people's body parts flail and fly into millions of pieces.
Triple kill. Come on, get that triple
kill.
kill.
You got it, yes.
Yeah, that's it.
You're welcome.
No respect.
The big all hero. Dude, that's awesome.
So much fun. I love that. All right, it is time for our first break. But before we do that, I have a couple of people that started to follow, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
Devil Dog and Sweet Baby.
Sweet Baby.
Sweet Baby G. Okay, it's time for the first break, like I said. But we have a special clip from Battlefield 5 for all of you. Excuse me, Battlefield 1, I believe, is actually what it's technically called. With Brandon Price 96, showing that medics can be snipers as well.
That's
right. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the wide world of games, everyone. I am John Donadio, a.k.a. Some Beardy to Love.
And I'm Katie McKinley, a.k.a. Gonna Shock Them. We guys, seriously, we need to talk about our stretch goals. But first, before we do that, we are going to go to the chat and have a conversation with you.
You guys are living it up in here.
Yeah, thank you. Keep the chat rolling the entire
Sniper
time.
Wolf is, hello, beautiful people. How are you?
Ah, party people.
Yeah, we are good. Thank you very much. Of course, we said hi to them in chat as well as saying hi to them in chat. Everyone says terrific. Everyone's good.
That's
Double
good.
Peach, hey guys, what's up?
Okay.
Ice Core, this slideshow is pretty good.
That's awesome. You guys are almost ready for the weekend? Because I know I am.
Yes, I cannot wait. I am super pumped for the weekend.
We got the PUBG finals.
Everybody's working for the weekend.
We got the PUBG finals. We got Overwatch League. Like, so much is going on this weekend.
A lot of stuff.
I have way too much excitement, like, building up in my body right now.
Milam Plays says, you are cool. Well, thank you.
You're cool too.
Onyx9 says hello as well. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Now, our stretch goals, we've met a couple of them so far. Okay, I got waxed for reaching 1,000.
That's right.
2,000, you are now putting together your Android 18
She's almost
cosplay,
done.
which is awesome. Now, we hit 5,000 and 5,001.
Dude, seriously.
Now, the 5,000 we had an issue with, not only with not getting the wrestling singlet because it's not wrestling season, but legal said we might not be able to do it.
That's
so
right.
I have to check in and find out what we can do instead that might be okay with them. So we're going to try and figure that one out. Now, the 5,001 we hit, and we're at 5,093, and we're so pumped, but we are going to give away on Friday, tomorrow, one Xbox One X for one lucky watcher and viewer and follower.
You have to be following, and you have to be in the chat
Yes,
tomorrow's show, okay?
Yes. We're not going to tell you when it happens,
Yeah.
so you have to be here.
Make sure you stay tuned.
Yes, absolutely. Then 7,000, tell them what we were going to do.
7,000, John will come in here as King Vegeta, chilling in his, his Saiyan suit, just relaxing, chillaxing, maxing out cool. I butchered that. I'm tired. It's Thursday. But seriously, it's going to be awesome. I'm really excited to see that. And at 10,000, guys, we told you that we would give away a pair of the, hoverboard skates.
10,001.
10,001.
Right.
But the IOWOC, from IOWOC.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then 10,000, we're still working again on the legalities.
We have something else,
But we have something planned that might be really, really funny, so I'm really hoping this one goes through. Anyway.
Now, the ESL Premiership, guys, tournament has been going on for weeks now, but one of the hardest matches to watch were between Endpoint and Radix in CSGO.
Radix was easily overwhelmed by Endpoint's synergy. The cooperative teamwork, basically, between Endpoint provided them with the edge they needed to dominate on Radix. So let's take a look at one of those matchups, which is awesome. Dreamworld takes a few shots out here in the open and doesn't hit anything. No avail there. Thomas in the middle of a smoke party. He pulls out the handgun and takes a shot. Misses nothing. Smoke goes out again, and Thomas just sort of barrels through it. There it is. That's the double kill. What a lucky play. Let's go check on Luzza. Luzza, who went off by himself. He runs into Dreamworld. He takes him out, down by to 28 health himself, but lives to see another day. Pops up like a whack-a-mole, but he takes out Zio. He goes down with a headshot. Now Roma now alone with 19 HP. Not looking good. Boom, he takes out Thomas. Sorry, Thomas. Roma throws out a smoke for coverage. Tries to sneak, but doesn't go down. He goes down in one shot. Unfortunately, Endpoint is going to take the round and the game. They go actually 16 rounds to 2.
Are you kidding me?
Endpoint just cleaning house.
Now, I can't tell you how many times I've seen players die right in that same exact spot for the ending win.
Yeah, literally. That's like the ones they come in, they think they're going to be all sneaky, and then boom, headshot, it's over.
If you try to flank an entire team on your own, it's not happening.
Right, exactly.
Unless you're literally so extremely lucky.
From the beginning, the fans watching the match between Team Liquid and FaZe Clan during the Rainbow Six Pro League was heavy in favor of Team Liquid, obviously, for certain reasons. However, FaZe Clan held their own and proved to be much more formidable than the votes would have you believe.
Now, during the first set of matches, FaZe Clan and Team Liquid would trade victories, with the second set favoring FaZe Clan before Team Liquid evening the score. Eventually, Team Liquid Liquid would go on to make a dire mistake during the 9th round.
That's
Let's
right,
go.
4-on-4 right now. Gohan trying to reach his target, but no luck there. Nesk looking for an entry point, but ends up just setting off a little trap of his own, and has to retreat a bit up the stairs so he doesn't get shot to keep himself alive. Gohan watching his teammates' backs, trying the hardest to shoo away Liquid Team, just shooting into the air. Shoo, flies, shoo, go away.
Don't bother
he
me.
says, seeing a real target now. He goes out to help cameraman, and now 2 of them will actually just rain down hellfire. That's 3 kills. It's a 4v1 now, but the cameraman finds his last target. There's the final kill. FaZe Clan takes the game 9. FaZe Clan wins 1 more after that to take for a 6-4 win over.
FaZe Clan really did that.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, they
Okay.
go crazy. They literally barrel through. And again, remember they were trading off again with Liquid, Team Liquid, over and over again. And finally, FaZe they stepped up and they got 2 in a row, and that was the way they ended it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we always look at Liquid and we always see, oh yeah, no, they're awesome, they're really good, they're gonna kick butt, they're gonna go through, they're gonna win. But FaZe Clan literally surprised us and took it out and pulled them completely out of the woodwork and was like, no, not today, friends. We got this.
Yeah, absolutely. Real quick in the chat, they have a whole bunch of people. SRB says, Liquid Snake. Get it?
Slither, snake.
Young Moblin, Diddy, do you love me? No, do you love me? Are you running? You say they're never leaving beside me. I get the singlet. Woo!
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's okay. A Ric Flair joke. I love it. Woo!
It's before my time.
Yeah, a little bit.
Sorry.
Okay, the Call of Duty World League has been going on for weeks now, with Red Reserve leading in the Division A, and Unilad and Optic Gaming and the E United leading the charge for Division B.
However, Optic Gaming and Unilad have developed a serious rivalry after their match, with Unilad having the advantage in capture the flag, but Optic Gaming dominating in search and destroy, and especially in hardpoint. Just watch.
Yes, Optic controlling the point right now. Method goes to check on in what's going on in the corner, but he goes down. Wuskin takes him out, and Octane has his back, but Zeo has his. Wuskins, now what a trade-off. Unilad now controls the point. Methods comes back in a fury and gets revenge on Wuskin. Crimsic, same with Alex. Now Crimsic calls in that glide bomb. He's gonna try for the triple kill. Here comes the bomb. He's gonna try. There are 3 people gathered around, but only gets the one. The single on Alexis, but poor Alexis just can't catch a day. Methods playing guard dog, waiting for a target. Wuskins jumps in, but Methods did the dirty in the corner.
Oh, no!
Optic still making the counter. They are 6 points away. Crimson's now in the fighter plane, trying to get that win, and gets the win with it. Not too bad. 250 Optic. 171 Unilad. Optic goes on actually to win 3 games to 1 also.
Congrats, Optic.
Yeah,
Seriously.
they ran through it.
And they put in work. And
Yeah, they really did.
It really does. With that game specifically, it just takes all tactical skill and all strategy and
Yeah.
teamwork.
No,
and
100%.
they really did push forward, and they deserve every win that they got for that.
They were like they were really quick on the revenge kills. If anyone went down, their teammates were just there to back them up.
That's good. That's how you back up your teammates.
We are 1 away from 5,100.
Oh,
all we need is 1 more follow. That's pretty great. Young Moblin again giving the woo.
I am the very model
Double
of a
Peach,
scientist.
let's get those follows,
Hilarious.
Heights. Double Peach is also hosting us. Dusty Necrospawn is following. Thank you. You guys are awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, we have it. 5,100. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. You guys are absolutely wonderful. Make sure that you tune in tomorrow. You have to be following and talking in the chat in order to be entered into our Xbox One X giveaway.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know what else I saw in the chat?
What'd you see in the chat?
Beard cam, beard cam. Okay.
Guys, you guys are capped. You're capped at 1 now.
Now I'm capped at 1. Okay, that was the one you get, guys.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
All right. Hey, guess what, everybody? It's time for
Top Streamers You
Missed. Yes, that is right. We know you don't have all the time time in the world to check out every streamer. You know, there's so many. We want to show you guys some of the greats out there and what they're playing.
That's right. So let's take a look at Team Solo Mid's Myth, who is playing Fortnite, proving why he is the one, the who he is.
He is the one, who he is.
Totally messed that up while I was reading it.
Grammar.
But yeah.
English is good.
Yes, exactly.
My
now,
English good.
he's also taunting this guy by saying, you'll never catch me, you'll never catch me. This guy's chasing him down.
They're playing tag.
This is, he put up a wall.
Your friendly game of tag.
He finds a gun last second.
Oh!
Boom! Yeah, there's the elimination.
You're actually furious.
You're actually furious. Team Solo Mid, man. When they practice online, they do with the solo stuff. It's just so funny, and he's one of them. He's so much fun.
Yeah, definitely. Now, he wasn't the only top streamer playing Fortnite, obviously, because it's Fortnite's 1-year birthday. Hello.
That's right.
Mixer user Jared FBS was playing it too, and it's their birthday after all.
It is.
So let's take a look.
Yeah. All right, so he's playing obviously with a whole squad.
Oh yeah, look at that birthday backpack.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh my goodness.
So they're asking, he was like, where do we go? Where do we go? Don't worry, there's someone right there. Then I'll trap them out like what happened with Team Solo Mid just.
That looks like a great strategy though, because then you're just like confiding someone and making sure that your team knows that's where they are.
Boom.
Oh, that headshot!
He comes in with the handgun headshot.
Yo, that was like he didn't even try. He was like, sorry, wall. Hey guys, there's somebody over here. I'm gonna take care of it. It's no big deal. Bam, and he's over.
Yeah, he dodged the rocket because he like apparently knew it was coming. Dodges the rocket, walks back in, just like pop. Nope.
Yeah, no,
done.
Didn't even try.
You're done for, kid.
You're done, son.
All right, okay, for real, no more Fortnite for now. Let's take a look at the other battle royale that rules the internets. This is the Mixer user Ruby Ann, and she is playing PUBG.
Dude, she's getting stalked by some peeps over here.
Oh my goodness.
Hiding in the trees.
Oh, there they are.
Through
Yeah,
the
they're just.
trees,
I feel like they're just doing that one of those like,
I will
hello,
find
here I am.
you. Yeah.
Come and find me.
Seriously,
Yeah.
but they keep popping out, and she keeps going in, and she keeps literally hunting them down like they're hunting her down. She pops them, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't go down, so he's waiting.
But now the storm is on the other side.
And
so that's
she
how she
gets
wins.
the chicken dinner.
Oh my God. He
Yeah.
had like no life left, and the storm came right over him.
Now,
Good win.
She definitely hadn't killed him in that he got down and obviously couldn't get back in before the storm came in and destroyed him. So honestly,
Sometimes it happens.
You know, that's a serious thing. You can't be sitting there like wandering and dawdling outside of there. Your health and your life depends on if you want that chicken dinner. Sorry, not sorry.
SBR Tempid is actually in the future right now. He says it's Friday 2 a.m. there because of the time zones.
No, I know that
9:22 in Canada. Ice Course in Canada. Hello.
Says Friday 4 a.m. here. He's got everybody.
Wow. Yeah. Hello from Italy.
Hi.
Hi to Italy. Hi from the UK. Hello to the UK.
Hi from NYC and J.
Yeah, Dusty Neck response says the Godbeard.
The Godbeard.
Hopefully later, I'm really trying to get the Viking braid.
Yeah.
I really, really want that.
We need to bring like a professional hairstylist in here
Yeah, I
to
would
do
like
my
that.
hair and to do John's beard.
That would be awesome.
We need to dress you up as a Viking. That's what we need to do.
I'll just come in as Kratos.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, boy. Okay. Double mirror. Fortnite double video. That's right. And now PUBG double video. Mirror video. But this time, guys, it's going to be a break video.
That's right.
So we will be right back. And you guys watch me, Raider 06, do some work.
Mm-hmm.
This is the wide world of games. Could I have said that fast enough? Everybody.
I think I understood it.
We hope that you've been having fun, and if you're just joining us for the very first time, welcome. I'm Katie McKinley, aka Gonna Shock Them.
And I am John Donadio, aka Some Beauty to Love. That's the number 2.
Yes,
not
spelled out.
Not spelled out. This is going to be the first of its kind for Destiny. That's right, Gambit is the new hybrid 4v4 mode that merges both PvE and PvP experiences into an epic battle. This entirely new way to play for Destiny 2 offers something for all types of gamers to enjoy, appealing to those who thrive in the competitive challenge of PvP gameplay while seamlessly blending the collaborative and unpredictable elements of PvE.
As a Guardian in Destiny 2, players must master new abilities and weapons to reunite the city's forces, stand together, and fight back to reclaim their home. Available to all Destiny 2 players around Forsaken's launch comes highly anticipated changes and features such as a new weapon slot system, random rolls, improvements to the mod system, and numerous other quality of life improvements.
That's right, Destiny 2 Forsaken is the first major expansion for Destiny 2 and will release worldwide as a digital download on September 4th, 2018. That's coming soon, very soon. It's for PS4, Xbox One, and PC at a suggested retail price of $39.99. The PC version of the expansion will be available exclusively on Battle.net because it is now, it's an Activision Blizzard thing, obviously, so that's where you can download that.
I think it's really cool to see how much Destiny has grown over the years.
Yeah, you know what? And the people that are loyal to it are actually really loyal to it. Like, they're really into it. My buddy Nick Kovacs, as you guys have seen a couple of times on the show with his highlights, loves it. Plays it all the time. I rarely see him play another game, and you know what? Good for him. He's playing what makes him happy.
That's right. Well, that's what matters.
Exactly.
Now, Star Trek Bridge Crew new DLC content features the Enterprise D, Romulan opponents, and the Borg.
That's right. Star Trek Bridge Crew turned out to be the excellent virtual reality game at launch and proved just as exciting under the non-VR mode update. Now, Ubisoft is reaching out to the next generation. Get it?
Oh my God.
Fans of the DLC pack focused on the 24th century.
As you've probably guessed, this expansion centers around technology from the popular Star Trek The Next Generation series. It introduces the sleek Enterprise D as a playable spacecraft which replaces the engineering station with operations. According to Rock Paper Shotgun, the new station is a little more complicated, but just as essential in difficult missions.
That's right, and sadly, unfortunately, the DLC doesn't have any story content, but does include 2 new gameplay modes: Patrol, as you fly through select star systems and handle randomly generated objectives, like defeating Romulan warships. But the real challenge is Resistance. This is where the crew must coordinate their efforts to take down the Borg Cube. Make it so.
I mean, I see how excited you are about this because I know you're a total nerd about it.
I really love Next Generation. I was brought up on it. My dad made me watch it all the time while he folded laundry in the living room. And I ended up appreciating the storylines and the action, and it was just so much fun. I love the Next Generation. Picard is my captain.
Okay.
Just saying.
Alrighty, I get it.
Number 2?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Number 1? Whatever.
The next level battle circuit grand finals was yesterday with Nico Maki going against Double L in Dragon Ball FighterZ, guys.
Yes, now Nico Maki opened strong with the first victory for the Double L, before Double L, excuse me, took the following 2 rounds, ended with Double L tying it up with another victory.
Down to their last 2 fighters now with the same health. Neither gamer wanted to lose. Let's check this out. Guys, as we know, Double L is nasty. Let's do this. Bardock goes for the offense with some air, but Ginyu takes control. Look at this combo. We're at 34, 35, 36 hits, but airborne now. Double L is giving Nico a run for his money. We've got a cannon that's detrimental, and now Kid Buu dropping in for that down. Nico's Kid Buu is coming in now. That's what, you know what that means. Here we go. It's a mirror match. Nico is now putting in the damage onto Double in an attempt to take it back. We've got 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16 hits. Maximum power now. That's going to be a down. Ginyu is coming right back in. He's coming for redemption. All right, both Nico and Double are on their last fighters. Ginyu's going in with no hesitation, and Nico trying to collect himself. Double finds an in and releases Mayhem onto Double. But watch, we've got a reset here. Hit counter is going up to 1230. Oh my goodness, 31, 32 hits now. Double L is pushing for that immediate win, and he doesn't want that second set. No way. We've got an almost killer damage by Double, and now we've got an assist. That's the KO. Double takes the grand finals and the win.
Very cool.
Dude, Double L, like I said, is absolutely nasty. Every match I ever see him in, he dominates over.
And I can't handle Ginyu at all. Like, Ginyu to me is like just a mystery. I cannot handle him.
No, I was surprised too to see Bardock at the beginning because I don't really see a lot of players play as him.
Yeah, he's another one that kind of comes in kind of randomly. But when they do play with Bardock, Bardock cleans house.
No, for
and
sure.
that's being part of the DLC. You want that new flavor into Dragon Ball Fighters. So Bardock is obviously going to be a choice that people will pick.
That's true. Okay, I got it.
All right, we like to include all gamers in WOG and those living outside the USA. And in Rio, we're watching the Rio Grand Finals where Paolo Webb went against Arthero Ray in Street Fighter V.
Now, Paolo Webb led the match with 4 victories before finally taking Arthero Ray. Before Arthero Ray finally began to fight back. Now, eventually, the 2-in-1 final match starts. Let's just say that one of them isn't going to be happy. Let's take a look. Final round, let's do this stuff. Paulo and Arthuro about to fight for that ultimate win. It's pretty even now, but wait! We've got Arthuro throwing out attacks like it's nothing. His Akuma is on fire. Paulo gets small damage here, but Arthuro gets and takes it right back. Paulo in the corner. He's out now, but just got grabbed. Dude, seriously, no way. What is happening? This can go anyway. Paulo just got the grab on Arthuro, and it's picking up. Here is an activation, and the counter starts. This is turning around. Arthuro is coming in, getting pushed, and he's stunned. Paulo taking no prisoners now, getting a grab right here, pushing through, and watch. We got the KO. Paulo Webb wins that and takes the final win for the entire set.
You can see that face of disappointment that just runs through your heart when you're just like, I know you lost, dude, and that's so upsetting, but what a killer win. What a comeback.
He didn't want another match. He wanted to end it right there. He was like, no, I'm over this. I'm done. I want to go home.
Yeah, no, 100%. Real quick in the chat, people going nuts. Christy the God says, Fortnite Live, can you play my clips? You got to send it to clips@beterrific.com.
That's right.
Now you can send it through the Clutch app, which is super easy for console people, or if you're a PC gamer, that's even easier. Clip your clip and send it to clips@beterrific.
Yeah, dude.
Did I say clip anymore?
We want you guys to send us those every single day. It can be your clip. It can be your brothers, your sisters, your dogs, your moms. It can be someone you find on the internet that you think deserves recognition. Just send it right to clips@beterrific.com, and we will put it on the show.
That's right. Somebody said, Con!
Oh my God.
Hey gang, hey Alien Killer, how we doing? Guys, thank you so much for watching.
All right.
It may be years old. Very old at this point.
Yeah.
This is the oldest game I know. I'm joking. Killer Instinct still have a large community of players dedicated to this amazing fighter game.
But don't go in expecting mercy from the community, as seen in this match between Acid Glow X and C88 Canefield. Even a sliver of health can make all the difference. All right, let's watch this insanity. Canefield is in danger zone now. We've got a combo breaker coming through right here. Combo breaker! Oh my goodness. The Canefield has an activation as well now as Acid Glow. Guys, look at this, 13 hits here. We know what being in the corner means though, and it's not gonna be good. Kane throwing out that blast. Both players are in danger zone now. Acid is taking considerable damage, but it's not over. What's gonna happen? Both players are wondering the same thing, because here we go. Kane and then Acid. Acid starting that counter and demolishing Acid with crazy combos. We've got 25, 20, 30 hits, guys. He's not stopping now. We have an ultra combo with 6 seconds left. Acid Glow X pushes through and takes that win.
What a win.
Dude, he literally demolished him. He knew that all he needed was like 2 hits, and he's like, nah, dude, I'm gonna finish the entire combo out. I'm done. I'm over it. This is happening.
I'm over it. I'm gonna
Relentless and unforgiving is exactly what this game is.
As Linda Belcher says, all right. Let's check in on the audience. Captain, my captain. Yes, Captain Obvious here. Do you need any more obvious statements? Make it real time.
GG, Katie, thanks.
Somebody wants to know if they can send their clips on Twitter. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
You can either get Katie and I at Gonna Shock Them or
All
at
one
Some Beardy 2 Love. That's the number 2, not spelled out.
You can also send it to the Wide World of Games Twitter. That's WWOG_. And if you want to send us or link us your clips on Instagram, you can also send those to Wide World of Games, all one word.
Double Peach says there needs to be a Katie cam, a close-up on her face, and she says Katie cam better looking than John. Thanks.
Oh no!
I read that out loud as I was trying to trip over all those words you sent there, Double Peach, and then it ended up being, you're ugly. Thanks. No, I'm totally joking. It's all right. All right. We have a little treat for all of you today out there because it is the Overwatch Grand Finals tomorrow. We have one half.
I'm excited. I don't know about you.
No, I literally ran out of breath.
I was about to be like, dude.
Literally ran out of breath. One half of the hosts of Checkpoint Radio from Detroit. This is Robbie and Norris. Welcome to the studio, and welcome them to the studio, everyone. Come on over, guys. Thank you.
What's up? This is impressive.
Yeah?
This is pretty good.
This is really fun.
Yeah, you guys having fun?
This is fun.
Yeah, I mean, we just do like the radio gig, right?
Okay.
So all the other stuff is kind of extra.
But I've seen you guys live.
Yeah.
You guys do stuff in front of cameras.
We
though.
do.
Oh, yeah.
We do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. Tell the audience, tell a little bit about Checkpoint Radio.
So basically, Checkpoint Radio is esports and gaming radio. We're covered on we're affiliated with over, 50 radio stations.
We're close to 60. We're
Close to
coming in
60
on
radio
60.
stations,
Congrats.
all in
Thank you.
America and in Canada, like
So
the whole
internationally
Canada.
syndicated.
International.
Awesome. That's
Yep.
great.
And we're here this week to cover the Overwatch Grand Finals.
Yeah, and now,
That's
a lot
great.
of people, I think, some people, not really into the esports get sort of maybe scared away, like, I'm not really into that. But we try to blend like a good, even mix of esports and gaming into our show. And going into it, what we're always trying to do is that whether you're a hardcore esports or gaming fan, or just kind of casually into it, we like to think that you get something out of our show, regardless of which side of the spectrum you're on.
Right. That's awesome. That's incredible. So you're bringing esports to the masses.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
pretty much,
right,
because
yeah.
we're covered on sports radio stations, so people who hear it may have no context for esports whatsoever,
Right.
but they know traditional sports. So when they hear us, we model our broadcast after sports radio. So they hear it and it's familiar, and we found that our listeners really like it.
That's awesome, and that's really similar to WOG too. We try to do as the Wide World of Sports or Sports Center as well,
Right.
and model that after to try and engage the audience and try and kind of mesh the gaming world and the esports world together because it's getting bigger and becoming more of a part of gaming culture.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh yeah.
Now, what do you guys have for your predictions for this weekend? Because I'm so excited to watch it happen.
Well, let's remind everybody who's playing.
All right, yes.
That's
so
a good idea.
We've got Philadelphia Fusion and London Spitfire going on right now.
Yeah, and it's actually appropriate for the way we're sitting also as two London Spitfire fans.
Hey.
You guys rooting for who?
Well, I mean, rooting for the winners and the Philadelphia.
In Philly Fusion, yeah. I gotta go with USA. I can't rock with a London team, and
I'm
there's an
from South
American
Jersey,
team.
and I'm not even going for
I'm
Philadelphia Fusion.
I gotta go with Philly simply because they have the best DPS duo in the postseason right now in Carpe and EQO.
Well, listen,
period.
as a New York resident, I cannot physically vote or go against someone from not New York. So I had to make a choice, and if I'm going to make a choice, I'm going with Harry Potter. All right, I'm going with London. I'm not going with Philly. No way.
You probably should have went with the smart choice. And when you look back at what's been going on through the rest of the season, I mean, look, London was great early on. First time they went up against Philly, they took them down pretty handily,
Yeah.
and again in Stage 2.
Yeah.
But if you recall, when they went up in the Stage 2 semifinals, Philly knocked them down a peg.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
did it again in Stage 3. Then again in
get
Stage
Stage
4.
4.
All right.
Yeah, but
And
London could have learned their
arguably-
lesson. London could have learned their lesson.
They could have been
but
traded.
I'm gonna be honest here. The only reason that London made it as far as they did is because Gladiators decided
not to play Fissure.
Oh, dude. Okay, well.
You're calling out their loss on a change of player.
Well, it's like not playing LeBron, basically.
I get that.
Pretty big mistake.
In our house, LeBron is king.
Yeah,
So.
all right, okay.
Exactly. And so after they got to the finals and you have a team like NYXL that Philly beat, which was the best team in all of Overwatch, and completely embarrassed them. I'm sorry.
Man.
I know where I'm at. I know
There's some
I'm
trash talk
joking.
going on right now.
Listen, it's all good. We'll find out this weekend. We'll find out Friday and Saturday who becomes the winners. And I wish you boys luck. And I wish our team luck. I'm just saying. I wish both teams luck. We'll see who comes out on top.
That's right.
Whatever it comes down to, putting Profit and Birdring up against Carpe and EQO, especially with the double sniper meta, it's going to be a heck of a show.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They're two great teams that taste great together.
It tastes great together.
They're like peanut butter and jelly.
Spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Obviously, whatever. It is what it is, right?
Yeah, it is.
So
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. What other esports are you guys into? What do you guys really like?
Oh man, we cover basically everything. Of course, PUBG is also going on this weekend.
That's right.
So we're keeping our eyeballs close to that. We all play. We're terrible, but we pretty much we all play.
Just because you're terrible doesn't mean you can't like the game, right?
It's a perfect exercise in masochism. But we also have different esports that we're all kind of into. Robbie is like clearly our Overwatch guy.
Yeah. Overwatch is my game. When we all came together, we all kind of focused in on sort of different kind of esports. Joe, one of the other hosts, he's our big sort of League of Legends and MOBA guy.
Nice.
Right.
And of course, over here in the wing, smiling as you guys were talking through the FGC stuff. Norris, our resident fighting game guy.
Oh, okay,
I love
all right.
fighters. That's
Oh,
my
yeah.
It's
thing.
nice when you find a group that kind of like, is there one guy that knows like
Nothing?
kind of everything or nothing?
No, nothing. Yeah, Nate.
Nothing.
He's like,
That's
he's
Nate,
like
our main
guy.
host. He knows nothing.
He knows
Just
nothing.
yell over
You
everything.
gotta have a host that knows nothing. That's the funniest
That's
thing.
right. That's right.
Yeah, but he definitely is what we call a vessel for the audience. He represents the everyman. Somebody who comes in and listens and knows nothing.
Right.
He's that guy that goes, what is this? That's my Nate impression. What does this mean?
Right.
So,
But he's asking the questions that sometimes we might leave out because we believe that our audience is
Knowledgeable on the
all
subject.
knowledgeable,
Yeah.
That's why we're playing their highlights. That's what we were trying to show them. But it's true, you do need somebody that will ask those questions. So
yeah, and in addition to Checkpoint Radio, we also have our Overwatch dedicated podcast, Low Team Damage. We do that as well. And it's been a blast actually creating this show specifically because we get a lot of engagement on Low Team Damage specifically. Because, the fans of Overwatch clearly are so hyped.
Right.
Especially the fuel ones.
Oh my God, the fuel fans.
We got this one guy. Bless his heart. He's great. He's super nice guy. But we'd always go to town in the fuel in each of our podcasts. And first thing in the morning, every single time we'd put it out, he'd come into our DMs and be like, guys, you were a little tough on
You're a
him,
little
don't you
tough
think?"
on. You're a little tough on the fuel.
He's cool.
Yeah.
real quick, let's check on the chat. Decibel says Philly gonna dominate. So,
Dominate.
and these guys are smart. Double Pete says class. You guys are class.
And these
thank
guys
you.
are cool as.
You're right. Yeah, exactly. Some nice follows, guys. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Make sure you
absolutely.
guys go check them out too. Show them some love.
Yeah, where can we find you guys? Where can you?
Twitch.tv/Checkpoint Radio, and all of our social medias are CheckPT Radio. That's Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Yep.
Cool.
Great. You guys on iTunes with the regular podcast or
We
anything?
are. In fact, actually, I'm going to use this to really get Joe. So, Joe hates Bubsy. I don't know how familiar you guys are with the
Yeah.
Bubsy series.
Oh, God.
But we have a current bet going. If we reach 90 iTunes reviews before the end of the year, I'm actually going to do a Bubsy cosplay on the cheap.
Oh,
So you're
my
telling me
God.
I need to make different iTunes, accounts and just
If
make
you
sure.
Yes.
Keep
Yes.
Absolutely.
following.
By all means.
Yes,
Yep.
we've already made him wax himself
Yep.
on stream.
Oh, we did that too.
To be fair, that was his idea.
It was his
That was
idea.
his
It was
idea.
his idea, and we waxed him. So that was.
Oh, see, we got a professional do me.
Yeah,
There was
we
no
did.
way I was letting anyone
I
hear
was
me.
gonna mess it up if I did it.
No,
I was gonna have
oh,
it
no,
from
no,
there.
Hard.
I want
If you pull it just right, it actually tears. So then you have to really quick tear off the
I
other
want
end
it
as
to.
well.
I want.
Absolutely awful. I really don't wish that on the worst person I know. It's just a terrible thing. Again, the chat says, Kooky Persona says, hi, Decibel. Also, Checkpoint Radio Love. Lloyd FX, Final Fantasy 11 is really amazing. You guys know how to welcome the CP crew. Yeah, well,
Word
I guess
up
these
to
are some of your
Lloyd,
fans checking me out.
Definitely.
Well, welcome to Wide World of Games.
Yes, now we will be with you guys tomorrow. Well, at least John will be with you
Yes.
guys tomorrow. And Saturday, too.
And Saturday as well.
So we'll be able to cover the Overwatch League together and what's going on and have more conversation from that, which will be awesome.
Great,
Awesome,
great.
awesome.
I think as Philly's slowly dismantling London, it'll be nice to get some,
See me cry.
Some in real time type
in
of
real
stuff.
time.
Oh,
Yeah,
I just met you. I want to watch you cry.
It'd be great, yeah, to see a man break live on stream.
I mean, that's a pretty intimate experience to have. So I think that'd be a great bonding
Yeah, it'll be a very good
experience.
bonding experience, I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Watch a grown man you don't know cry in the corner.
I might make sure to dye my hair the London Spitfire blue beforehand so I can get as much in character as I can.
There you go. That would
Bring
be a
some
cool
wings
color
or
to do.
something.
Yeah. I gotta say, man, when it comes to colors, though,
Dude, that blue though.
that blue.
I don't know about Philly's colors.
I mean, look, when it comes to branding,
the Spitfire got it.
Spitfire got
Okay,
it.
all right. We can agree on something.
Spitfire got it when it comes to branding. That was pretty much how everybody decided their first favorite teams
Well,
anyway.
Excelsior's cool too. I like the X's and the colors. I do like the blue and the black.
As a Stan Lee fan, Excelsior is cool.
Okay, that's the one I'm going to give you. Personally, I'm a Houston fan myself.
Okay,
The
all
green
right.
on black, the Outlaws.
Right,
It does look
This
awesome.
is a horrible logo. It is categorically awful. Tell me what it is.
It's geometry, dude.
That is not a theme. Geometry represents nothing. They're not the New York Pythagoras. All right.
That is true. All right, I'll give you that. All right.
Actually,
I really don't know what it is,
That
to be
might have
honest.
been
I couldn't tell you.
better branding, though, the New York Pythagorean theorems. I'd have been into that.
That'd have been much better. That'd have been
agree.
much
Well,
better.
we don't use the Pythagorean theorem every day anyway in school, so we might as well use it in something that we enjoy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Could you
In
imagine,
Overwatch.
could you imagine, though, being an announcer and having to say Pythagorean theorem every time?
Could you imagine being an announcer saying Excelsior every day?
Well, that's cool. Excelsior, you know? Like, come on. That's
Now,
awesome.
to be fair, though, the casting team for the OWL that they have down would probably get it down. I
They
mean,
would get it
Uber, one of my favorites. To see what he could do with a name like Pythagorean theorem as a team name, I'd be into that.
Yeah,
I'd be
that's
into
true.
that.
I would listen to that.
Definitely. Oh my goodness.
So, all right. So you guys cover all kinds of esports. You have different people that really know their stuff. What are you playing now, though? What are you like playing as a personal
You
game?
know, if we don't mention this, Nate's going to get at us.
Yeah,
all
he
right?
is.
Because when it comes to him getting onto games, by the time he discovers something, we've usually gone off it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He recently got into ESO, like really, really heavy. And they recently had a Steam sale where it was like $10. So he's like, you know
Damn
what,
Steam
forget this. He buys it for
He
all
buys
of
it
us.
for all the
Oh my
hosts.
God.
All of us. And now we're all pretty heavy into ESO.
So you have to go back and play now?
Yeah, so we're playing that. I'm picking Monster Hunter back up, so I've been
I just started
replaying
that,
a lot of
so-
that. Oh man, we gotta link up.
To prepare for Fallout 76 is like the only fix that I have right now.
Yeah. You guys are Bethesda nerds. I love it.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's hard.
A little bit.
Same though. I literally when they announced the new Elder Scrolls, I nearly had a heart attack.
Oh, we
I'm
lost
not
our
even
minds
gonna-
through that entire E3.
Oh,
The
I
whole
loved
thing.
it.
Yeah.
It was
Daddy
absolutely
Howard
great.
took care of us. He took care of us.
Yeah, we were in a seedy hotel room in Los Angeles as that was being announced, and
man.
one of our producers got to get wined and dined at the Bethesda keynote.
Yeah,
and-
There
Kooky
you go.
Persona.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys familiar with LA Noire, right?
Yeah, of
All right.
course.
Our hotel room looked like a safe house.
A safe house from LA Noire, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
It was
Oh,
pretty
man.
pretty devastating.
Well, at least you get some sort of experience and story out of
Some
it,
sort of
right?
experience.
Even if
Yeah.
it sounds horrible,
Yeah.
harrowing, unsure.
In fact, I think it was number 4 on a BuzzFeed article we found of like the 4 or the top haunted hotels in LA. So
Wow,
yeah,
cool.
experience.
That's my thing.
That's what we
tour.
call it.
Haunted
I love
hotels.
haunted things.
Yeah.
Stay there.
I
We
will.
will give you the name of the hotel. Go stay there,
Yeah.
and you
I would
will.
happily
You
go
will
do that.
definitely have a
I want to do a
experience.
Halloween ghost tour in like New Orleans. I thought like that might be a fun place to do a ghost tour.
Ooh.
See,
Yeah,
I don't like to tempt the spirits like that. I stay in my lane.
I'll be sitting there, something will fall off, and you'll be like, "Excuse you, that was rude as hell." I'm like, it could literally be nothing. It could have been my own stupidity, but I like yell at things.
I've been to Gettysburg. There's nothing.
love
There's nothing
Gettysburg.
creepier than walking around Gettysburg at night. I'm just gonna say.
Because everything's there's
Yeah.
dead people or there was dead
In
people
the
everywhere.
chat, real quick, Geometric Wars for Life says Ice Core, considering what that was.
No,
Arcade Persona Uber Yum.
Ed Solo, the monster, saying Pythagorean theorem gets used a lot in engineering, navigation, calculus, triangulation,
Thanks,
etc.
Ed. Know it all.
Cool, but like I don't do any of that, so it doesn't matter to me. I'm here every night. Do you think I use the Pythagorean theorem?
Oh my goodness.
Oh
All
my
right.
goodness.
I won't read that last one by Ed, but I know Ed personally, and it's pretty funny.
That's a
anyway,
funny comment.
Yeah, anyway. So, you guys are awesome. Where can we find your personal stuff, like on social media? Where can we find, again, Checkpoint Radio? Tell us again.
Yeah, so you can definitely find us at checkpointradio.com, also twitch.tv/checkpointradio, and all of our social media is PT Radio.
PT Radio.
Yep. Now, the reason it's going to be important to check out our website, specifically checkpointradio.com, is you can find a list of all our affiliates there to see if our show plays live in your state or your city.
That's awesome.
If it doesn't, get a hold of your local sports talk radio station. Let them know you want to see Checkpoint Radio, because once we get into places like the ratings that we get back, absolutely incredible. And as for where you can find our personal stuff, Robbie_Landis CP on Twitter for me, and that's really the only social media that I use.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Great Laker Nori, Nori, and that's where you can find me.
That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming
Yeah,
by.
thank you so much
for
for hanging
having
out
us.
with
Yeah, it was a
us.
blast.
It's been awesome.
Saturday, we were having a brunch that we are doing a live stream for, so people can watch and hang out with you guys and your other two crewmates. So we'll have a fun time outside of Barclays, which will be
My
a good
first
time.
brunch, by the way, before Norris goes.
He's
Your
never
first
brunch?
He's never
Yeah.
I
brunch.
have one like twice a month. What is
See?
wrong with you?
See? What's wrong with you?
Man.
It's a thing.
I love brunch.
What are you, Midwestern?
Yeah, I'm around there. Actually, right
Right there, yeah, we're right there.
I just assume the Midwest doesn't know what brunch is, so I just, I feel like
I'm
a good
from the
assumption.
Midwest
You
too.
made
I
it.
brunch
Just
every
break out
weekend.
the
How to be a
map,
generalist,
man.
John.
How to be a New Yorker is step 101. That's
Rude as hell.
rude.
Meanwhile,
asshole.
you borrowed your beard from the Midwest.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
We have a special little treat.
Yes, we do, guys. Party people! It is break time, and it's also Rage Corner. As
Rage
you see
Corner.
right there, guys. Let's go. Let's hit it.
Base. This cable. This mother.
We are back.
Yeah.
What is going on, everyone? This is the wide world of games. Of course, I'm Katie McKinley, aka Gonna Shock Them.
And I'm John Donadio, a.k.a. Some Beardy to Love. In fact, you know what we should do is check on the chat because we didn't get a
Hi-yo.
chance really at the end of that.
Wow, keyboard no more by Sniper
That's
Wolf.
right.
Yeah, dude, that was crazy.
We're talking about the brunches. Young Moblin, I ain't never brunched either. Don't feel bad. He also said, I'm up with the sun getting that money.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
Now, B-Man, BG saying, was that live? Yeah, that was live. They literally just ran out of the studio so they could get out of the shot. That was live.
And then Ed Solo says, I don't know why people break anything and rage. I will curse, swear, and flame, but I do not got the time to get money to buy a good keyboard and then trash the mat during the match.
No, I've thrown a Wii controller before, but I've never broken a Wii controller or
I've never
anything.
broken anything either.
Yeah, so I've broken a cell phone, but that's a whole other story.
All right, a little news for all you comic fans out there. Marvel's latest cosmic epic is coming to a head at this week's Infinity Wars Prime #1. The stage is set, the Infinity Stones are in play, and Thanos controls an army of Centauri warriors. And the mysterious Requiem, you can see right there, is on a mysterious quest for mysterious vengeance.
So much mysteriousness.
Yes.
At last week's San Diego Comic-Con, Marvel teased that writer Jerry Duggan's Infinity Wars Prime #1 would change the face of the Marvel Universe in a way no one has been really ready for,
Yeah.
especially after the movie. Now, the company was totally telling the truth.
Yeah, this is literally all the information we can actually kind of give you without
Yeah.
spoiling anything. So if you really want to know what happens, you need to jump to your local comic store and grab yourself a copy. What's going on in the Marvel Universe is insane right now.
I'm so excited. And I'm not a Marvel fan,
Yeah, and I
particularly.
really can't wait to know who Requiem is.
Yeah.
I have my suspicions, but I don't want to ruin anything.
Okay.
So,
no, we can share on social media what we think personally, but
Yeah.
in the show right now, we'll kind of keep it to ourselves. You guys are more than welcome to talk about what you think in the chat.
Right.
But I think we can open up conversation elsewhere.
yeah.
Oh.
And Ed Solo says Comixology is an app you can use for comics as well.
Thank
There's
you so
also the
much.
Marvel app, but if you really want to support your local comic store, you should.
Yes,
That's all I
definitely
think.
do that.
That's what I think.
Yes. Now, last week, at the height of the San Diego Comic-Con madness that went on, Fox dropped a bombshell that a new Buffy the Vampire Slayer was in the works. Hallelujah, starring a woman of color in the lead role. The initial report said that the show would be a reboot of the 90s television series, but showrunner Monica Owuzu-Breen has made a statement which sounds like that's not the case at all.
Yeah, in a statement just posted on Twitter, Owuzu-Breen touched on her own personal history with the Buffy TV series before addressing that the new show will introduce a new Slayer.
She said, for some genre writers, it's Star Wars. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is my Star Wars. Before I became a writer, I was a fan. And for 7 seasons, I watched Buffy Summers grow up, find love, and kill that love. I watched her fight and struggle and slay. But here we are 20 years later, and the world seems a lot scarier. So maybe it could be time to meet a new Slayer.
Yeah, she said basically, don't think reboot. That's not a word you should think. Think Buffy the Next Generation. More of a revival.
Dude, all I've ever wanted was more Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I remember being a kid and wanting to be Buffy, and I was just like, yes, I want a vampire boyfriend, I want to kill monsters, I want to go up against evil, and
That's
now
right.
I get the chance as a grown adult to sit there and be like, yes.
Yeah, Young Moblin says SMG, which is Sarah Michelle Gellar in a heart. Buffy is life for Young Moblin.
Yes, absolutely.
Which is awesome, and I love you for that.
Now, Mission Impossible Fallout, guys. We know that movie.
Yeah,
whatever.
we know about it.
Almost halted production, according to Business Insider, because of Henry Cavill's mustache. we saw that oh so wonderful cover-up of Superman's face in Justice League. The director of Mission Impossible, Christopher McQuarrie, said that he was willing to wait until it grew back so Cavill could do the movie.
Yeah, look at that. That is
my
the
God, that's
worst CGI
terrible.
thing ever.
Those eyes say kill me.
DC Films would have to pay $3 million for that hookup, basically,
Yes.
which would have Costa putting his mustache back on through CGI for Fallout. So sadly, Paramount Pictures yelled a hell no at the director's idea, which led to the botched CGI.
Now, we know what truly was the reason for the comically awful scene and what could have been a better movie. We couldn't help but pull this into the show so DC fans could learn the explanation as well. As soon as I saw that headline, I was like, this is why. It's nonsense.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did enjoy Justice League. I think I'm one of the few, but that scene
One of
in
the
particular.
7, I think. That...
Shut up. The scene in particular when they did the CGI, I was just like.
All right, now I know Katie loves Smite.
Yes, I do. I love Artemis. Great for killing those annoying defense gods.
Yeah, so see, like that's what I'm talking about. So unless you're oh God, I always screw these up. N-Hutel, who decided that the crocodile god Sorbek isn't for just offense, but for bringing the pain.
Hell yeah, here we go.
Love Sobek.
No, he's great.
I just started playing as Sobek, and I have wrecked so many people's lives.
No, I have yet to play, but literally this right here, when he goes under the ground to murk his opponents, gives him so much power and boost over other people.
There's a double kill.
Dude, seriously, he's blasting in there, and those minions, literally, he's walking past them like, nah, it's not worth my time.
Like, I ain't got time for that.
No, ain't nobody got time for them minions. I need those coins though. So.
Sniper Wolf said he loves Justice League, so you're not alone.
Oh yay! See,
you're not
sorry,
alone.
I just coughed at you. I'm not sorry.
That's okay. The heroes and villains of Star Wars Battlefront 2 all pack a punch, but only a few players know how to properly use them. If you had any doubts that Darth Vader was weak with those opinions,
I'm sorry, I'm answering who my mains are in Smite in the chat.
That Darth Vader was weak. Those opinions are about to be dashed aside as Baraka shows how to proper get rid of those dang rebel forces.
Dang rebels, let's go.
Yeah.
Seriously? Yes, red shot Vader, baby, let's go.
Kills off Luke. He's got all these rebels hanging around, and he chokes 3 of them.
Choke, yes, get it.
I love it. Vader going at it. Gets blasted away a little bit, but goes right back in.
Didn't phase him at all. He's going in and he's marking everybody that he can. He sees a body.
There's the victory.
You're done. He sees another body. You're also done.
You're
and he's
done.
like, force choke, saber blasting you away. Get away from me.
There's some really good Vader play, actually.
No, and awesome. I really love the awesome gameplay that we've been seeing lately from this game. People have been sending clips from it. We've been seeing more people play it on Twitch and Mixer.
I actually picked it up because it was on sale at the Xbox store, sale. And I was like, it's $15. I'm just going to try it. Regardless of what everyone had said about it, you know, all the loot box problems with it, I'm just going to play it. And I've been having a blast with it.
And that's all that matters.
Yeah. Being the survivors in Dead by Daylight can be annoying at times, but you have to help your allies and avoid being murdered by a homicidal killer who loves putting people on hooks.
Oh, but Dirty Girl has everything down here. Not only does she save her friend from becoming a sacrifice, but also avoids the killer and escapes in the span of 40 seconds. Let's go. See, she's already hurt, so she's already at a disadvantage here.
Yeah.
Hiding behind the tree because she sees that the killer is near, trying to get as far away as possible from the killer, but also trying to get her friend in the process.
Like immediately. The guy walks away for 2 seconds, and he's already off the hook.
He's right to the right there, and now they're trying to run back away. And, dude, how in the world?
What a dodge!
Dude, are you kidding me?
Came up right behind him. You could hear the chainsaw.
Throwing that plank down to slow down the killer.
Yep.
Trying to find solace in
He also
the
runs
end.
by just now as well. You can actually hear him scoot by on the. Unbelievable.
That game is
Couple
so
of
much
great
fun.
dodges there.
No, and I'm awful at dodges because I'll just run in a straight line like an idiot. Like, and this person's zigzagging.
Yeah,
and,
serpentine.
You got, like when you run away from an alligator or a crocodile, you got to go zigzags because they can't.
Right, exactly.
Their little nubby arms, they can't do it.
All right, let's get serious here for a second. Rundown Creator, that's right. It's a program that you can use via the web We work in news and we write the show for the most part. We have other writers as well. If you work with teleprompters, this website's going to be your best friend.
That's right, guys. You can write rundowns, keep track of timing, easy peasy script writing, and printing. It also has intergroup chat. It updates in real time so anyone in the group can write, and as soon as they hit that save button, everybody's system updates.
That's right. It's incredibly helpful, and we use it every day, pretty much. Actually, no, not pretty much. Literally every day. The best part is that it's mobile friendly too. So when I'm at home and I'm thinking a bit from just waking up in the middle of a dead sleep and I need to update my phone because I thought of a funny bit.
Has been done, can confirm.
Yes, 100%. It's easy to use on your iPad, your Android device, and your phone as well.
Yeah, no, to learn more, head on over to rundowncreator.com. That's rundowncreator.com. Get serious about your scripts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, don't forget, also, you guys can watch us on your big screen to get the TV experience easily. Download the Be Terrific app on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, or Android TV.
That's right. You can also watch us on the go on mobile with the iOS and Android apps. Just go to the appropriate app store on your phone and download Be Terrific.
We are live nightly at 9 p.m. Eastern with the Wide World of Games. Live eSports is coming soon too, as well as many other shows. If you guys are interested, Thursdays at 5 p.m. we have Selling Heroes with the wonderful Carbo and Anthony, the original comic book men. They are a hoot, and they were on today.
Yeah, they were actually on today, so hopefully you got to see those guys.
Yeah, and guys, check out too, they were at Comic-Con, and we had an entire travel series with them, going to Comic-Con, what they were doing at Comic-Con. It's really cool.
Okay, so real quick in the chat, Young Neil says, I think I should start playing some more Battlefront. I think so too. SRB chat bid, Neef him like Blackbeard. I score that game. And only comic book movie I didn't like from Sniper Wolf was Green Lantern.
That's an acceptable one to
That
not
is an
like.
acceptable one.
Trust me.
Shatner's Toupee, which is the best name we've seen so far today. I love it.
Gonna shock them, learn to run in the Prometheus School of Running.
Shatner's Toupee says that's how they're walking by the end of NYCC.
That's me, because I'm always in heels during NYCC, because I'm in cosplay.
I think that's everybody. That Dead by Daylight clip, that's how everyone walks at the end of NYCC.
Oh, especially on Sunday after you've been there for 4 days already. You're just sitting there and you're like, I need real food. I need to lay down. Now, we hate leaving you all, but it is time for our last break of the show. But that also means that it's time for our daily trivia question.
Yeah.
In celebration of Shadow of the Tomb Raider, one of my favorite games, going gold, we have a special question for all of you Lara Croft fans out there.
That's right. And one of Lara's most notorious items are her dual pistols. What were the inspirations behind these iconic guns used by Lara? At least in the old ones.
Right.
Is it A, Aeon Flux and Hard Boiled? Is it B, Deadpool and The Matrix? C, Hitman and 007? Or D, Resident Evil and Clint Eastwood? In a minute, we'll tell you.
And before you ask, yes, we missed all of you.
Before we left, we asked you what your inspiration, what the inspiration behind those iconic pistols used by Lara Croft were. Let's see what you guys said in the chat.
We've got Chulak with A, SBR Tepid with C, and Inuyasha E with Devil May Cry. I love that.
And then he says, I'm sticking with my E answer. Ed Solo, A, B, C, or D. Thank you. Okay, a whole bunch of D's and C's and B's and A's. If you answered A, the original Aeon Flux and Hard Boiled, you are absolutely correct. Good job. Thank you, guys. Both of which were actually released when I was young, so that was a very long time ago.
All right. So that's something that I got to check out in the vault.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If you haven't seen Aeon Flux, the original Japanese animation of that, please watch it.
I think I will.
Yeah.
Now, guys, it's time for Streamer Spotlight. Let's go.
Woo!
One of the best segments, yo. Seriously. First up, we've got Twitch user Kelly with a 301 showcasing her art of this adorable duo. Let's take a look.
It's so
a kitty
cute.
And a little elf girl. I love her. If anyone knows, I love elves. And this is like that, like dream hair.
Yeah.
Dream hair.
Yeah, total dream hair. And as good as that is, the best thing is in the corner where it says coffee matters.
Coffee does matter, dude. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
It's so cute. I love how the cat's as big as her.
I know, right? I'm a big old fluffy cat.
I want a floof. I want a floof.
A big floof cat. It seems to be a regular theme here to spotlight talented guitarists in the streaming community on our show.
so many.
We love it. Check out how the Psycro, oh, that's clever. I love it. Strumming with some sick chords.
I really like how he designed his stream setup so he's just chilling with the game. And he's singing.
Oh, he's singing with it also.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, I guess because you have to, because the words are there.
I guess so. I mean, I'm sure that
It's like
you can
karaoke
opt out.
rocksmith.
Yeah, dude. This is awesome. Now, if you guys can guess what song he's playing, definitely like try
I
that.
hope that the whole chat can understand what song this is.
I mean, I can't hear it in my ear, so I'm not sure. Like my ear is quiet right now, so I can't hear it.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh.
Now we've featured this next streamer on the show before, but you know, because I personally really do like them and I follow them. But Twitch user Slightly Musical, okay, Slightly Musical is one of the most talented streamers I've ever seen on this platform. Now take a look and listen at this purely, that's not even a word, purely talented duo.
Oh, the DJ violin duo. Yes, I do remember these guys.
Now he does streams on his own too, but every so often we see her mixing and then him just like playing along.
Yeah.
They look like they have so much fun.
That must be fun to do.
Dude.
Must be fun practice.
Yeah.
And Young Moblin gets the song Freebird.
Hey, there you go.
Hey.
Yeah, I couldn't hear it in my ear. So I was
All
like,
right.
tell me, because I want to know.
Tonight is a music-themed show, it seems, because we're going to check out Mixer user Duke, who serenaded us with some beautiful melodic sounds on his piano, but his background makes us laugh even more.
Dude, seriously.
Somebody's touching his spaghetti.
I love the pianos in each one of the faces,
Yeah.
too.
Now, you know he's an old Mixer user because he has a Beam shirt on. That was the name before Mixer.
Really? I
Yeah.
actually did not know that.
Yeah, the name before Mixer, before they merged into a Mixer, was Beam.
All right.
Yes.
That's awesome, though. Like,
So he's been around for a while.
yeah. No, anyone that like makes their streams fun, even though he is just practicing and possibly,
Yeah.
you know, just like messing around.
He
or
does take
whatever.
requests too,
Yeah,
if
he
you
does.
want him to.
It's funny to see how you can see little bits of people's personalities even when they're not speaking,
Yeah.
based on their background.
Absolutely. Shatner's toupee says, so cool to see offbeat and creative streams.
Right, creative and IRL are some of my favorite places to go on Twitch and on Mixer. Like, there's so many talented
Yeah,
people
there's a lot
out
of good
there.
stuff out there.
Now, I don't know about you, but the street artists who spray paint, like spray paint those sick masterpieces before your very eyes, where it's like the galaxies and stuff,
Yeah.
are so fascinating to watch. Mixer user Card Shark chilled with us in his backyard while building some pieces up. Now,
Cool.
guys, please take a look.
Yeah. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about now.
Yeah, dude, and they like spin and they do like planets and they use like cardboard shapes and stuff. Now in this one, he's got a treble clef, so he's prepping it.
Oh, okay.
So that when he puts the treble clef down, he's gonna put, I'm not sure if this clip specifically shows it, when he puts the treble clef down, he's gonna spray black on top of it and then use the fire flame to kind of crisp it over so it dries quicker.
Pretty
And
cool.
then when he pulls it up, it's going to be this orange color. But he's putting the texture in it right now.
Yeah.
So it looks like that there's more depth to it.
Very cool. Yeah, I want to watch the rest of that. That was cool. I love that
I sat and
stuff.
watched that for 20 minutes. Like, today was like a really long day for me. So I was just sitting there and I was like, This is relaxing. I love watching artistic people on Mixer and Twitch.
Yes.
All right, we need to check in on all of you lovely humans before we go because we love you all so much.
Yes, we do.
All right, and guys, we need to make sure that you know too that there is an SDCC recap after show directly after tonight's show.
Yes, absolutely.
With
So stick
Michael
around.
Artsis.
With
He's
Michael
back.
Artsis. He's back.
All
He's back
right,
to hang.
let's see what everybody's saying.
That's actually should have been the question, said IceCore, because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, Beam. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. See?
I had no clue.
Yeah, so-
that damn it, we missed a trivia question.
That could have been a good trivia
That could have been a
question.
possible trivia question. Will the videos we send be on the show next week? If you send us videos tonight or tomorrow morning before we get in the office, we can look at them and we will have them right away. And
Yeah.
it might be on the show tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah.
send us those videos again at clips@beterrific.com. That's the email address, clips@beterrific.com.
Yeah, guys, please send us them every day. Don't feel like you're spamming, seriously.
Yeah, no, send them all
us
the
as much
time.
as
We
you
get
want.
we get multiples from a bunch of people, so we always end up having to split them up. But yeah, absolutely send whatever you got. Okay, my lovelies, unfortunately that does it for this edition of Wide World of Games. And as always, thank you for hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah, but definitely stick around, like I just said, though,
Yes.
because Michael Artsis is coming in now to talk to us about his experience at San Diego Comic-Con. And also, don't forget that the replay comes after, in case you missed anything earlier. Michael, come on in, let's go.
Come on in, Mike.
We need to get him his chair.
Definitely need to get
Hey,
you
go
over
get those
here.
bags,
Hey,
too.
look at him. He's back.
Go get the bags.
I will go get those
Go get
bags.
the bags. Hey, Michael.
Hey,
Oh, how's everything going?
going great.
That's good.
How are you?
I'm very good. All right. Ugh. Yes, get those bags. All
Yes.
those SDCC bags.
All these SDs.
Woo!
First of all,
Let's go.
these bags were awesome.
They're
Yeah.
bigger than me. I
They
can
really
fit in
are.
one
Had
of these.
good bumblebee bags there.
You know, Dave Kleinstein and Adam bought so much stuff, they couldn't even fit them in the bags, and Kleinstein came out carrying this huge box over his head.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was so crowded he couldn't walk through the people with this box, and it was huge, so he was carrying it like this. He looked like He-Man.
Just giving the pits out to everybody, right?
Well, I did tell him to wear long sleeves.
All
that day.
right, okay, all right, good.
Now, can you tell us like what your experience was from day one?
Well, so we were there doing a lot of cool stuff, and one of the things we were helping an activation for FX, and that was awesome. And then I was helping the guys from Selling Heroes stream live.
Right.
And we were trying to set up something to go on WOG, but timing-wise, it just didn't work out. And we
That's
did
why you're here now.
Yeah, exactly. So it was. I think it was a cool experience. We got there, and we were part of the crew for FX. So setting up was it was nuts. You're talking
Yeah.
about they had this big FX structure that was made out of truss. So first, everybody's setting this truss up, and I'm watching. And that's between the convention center and the Hilton, which is right on the water there. There's a patch of grass, and then once that goes up, everybody starts working on their activation there. So we had this cool video wall with mosaic ends. So it had a hero screen in the middle, and then mosaic ends. And then the idea would be to put up some content from FX to
Right.
tease the upcoming seasons, and then a social media wall. And the mosaics were cool. They were broken up like video wall tiles, and they look cool. And then there was like a AHS house, American Horror Story house, which had all sorts of augmented reality. So we got to watch the guys build that.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then they had some really cool things. I don't know if you saw the Archer heads. But for Archer,
No.
you have the fence and you put your head through a
Yeah.
fence to take a picture, and you're like the ice
And they had
cream
the
man.
Archer gang there?
They had the Archer,
That's
but
really
instead
cool.
of doing it through the fence, they made these cubes, and you put your head into the cube, and it had the Archer head,
is so
and then your
cool.
body.
And your body.
It was
That's
super
cool.
cool. So that's the video wall.
Oh, really cool.
That you see going there with the social wall.
Yeah, that's
And-
awesome.
And some cool mosaic tiles on the side. You can see how they kind of break up.
Yeah.
And so people would walk by
And this
sit
was all
relax.
for FX. You guys set this up for FX.
Yeah, that was all for FX. It
great.
was super cool. And then, the Archer thing was really cool. Then they had a fun thing with Sunny and Phil. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Such a
Okay.
show.
Yeah. and then some of the other things, they were giving out suntan lotion for It's Always Sunny as well.
Oh, that's
That's
awesome.
clever.
Yeah.
I like that.
And they had like a 3D Me thing, which you kind of saw on the social wall there, where you could go in and be part of any of your favorite shows, kind of in the background.
That's cool.
And then that was right near Fox, and Fox had this unbelievable it was like a biodome. You remember the movie with Pauly Shore?
With Pauly Shore, yeah.
And so you'd walk in there, and it transported you to another world, and it was all projection mapping with 12K projectors.
That's insane.
And our friend Paul Whitney did that from Blue Media, and that was insane.
So, as someone who's never been out there, what can you tell us? Like, what did the scene look like?
Yeah.
You always see crowds and crowds of people. So, what was it like to walk around?
Okay, so first of all, it's insane. And I come from New York City, and I've done Comic-Con New York, I've done E3, I've done CES. Those are big conventions. There's nothing like Comic-Con San Diego Comic-Con. It's unreal. So first of all, we get there on a Saturday night. Sunday, we show up at the site and start building.
Right.
We go to dinner, we come back, and there are people camped out. It doesn't start till Thursday.
So they're sleeping in the streets.
Yeah,
like this. This is it, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
It's like Tent City.
Yeah. There is another area that's even closer to the convention center where they started sleeping. And I met the woman who was first online, and she's like, I'm here for Doctor Who. And I'm like, that's funny, we just did a Doctor Who special.
Yeah.
And she was nuts. And she had a sleeping bag and a little tent, and I offered to get in with her family. And they were all there. I was like, can I stay here
You were
with you
going to
guys?
hang with them?
Yeah, I was only kidding. There were already bugs crawling around. I was not down. And the best part is that I said to them, you got all this stuff. What are you going to do when they let you in the door?
Yeah.
And so she goes, well, I have people picking the stuff up.
Oh, wow.
And I said,
She had a
wow.
team.
Yeah, she had a team. Because, I mean, and you see, like, those tents, those easy
What
ups.
did that cost her?
Well, that's what I asked her, and she said it was family.
Values?
Oh, family.
So she
Okay,
got them to do it for free. Now, the other interesting thing is because passes are so expensive, a lot of people buy a day pass.
Right.
So you buy a pass for Thursday, or you buy a pass for Friday, or Saturday, or Sunday, not the whole thing.
Right.
Which means that that's where you are in that tent city. Every day has a different section to line up. So starting Sunday, they line up with the all-day pass, with the everyday pass, and the Thursday pass.
Okay.
Then on Thursday, the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday passes start lining up and sleeping there.
Wow.
Wow.
It's insane.
Wow.
And these people are like, they're not, the weird thing is they're not tailgating, they're not like hanging out with each other, they're like keeping to themselves, reading comic books, texting on their phone, taking pictures, and they're all happy though. I couldn't believe it. They were all happy. Outdoors, it smells like a locker room.
Well, that's any convention you go to.
But to get it to be outside,
No,
to smell like a
that's-
locker room, that's special.
That's what I'm saying. Because, you know, when
Inside's
you're inside
easy.
a convention,
That's
sure,
true,
we've been
that's
to
true.
Comic-Con or E3, these things.
Well, you have to assume if they're there Sunday, they're there for 5 days.
Without showers.
Without showers
That's a
or anything.
lot.
They're just sitting there.
Yeah, and they're like running in shifts to go to street vendors to get food. They have these really cool scooters in San Diego. This has nothing to do with Comic-Con, but I have to tell you this. They have these really cool scooters called the Lime or the Bird. You get an app on your phone, and you download and you can ride it. But it's like the city bike in New York,
Right.
but they're electric scooters, and they have bicycles too. But the scooters are what's cool. And you leave them wherever you stop. You don't have to put them in that
That's
mechanism.
awesome.
Oh, okay.
And so, like, I rode one 2.5 miles, and I just ditched it, and came out and used the app to find a new one and rode back.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah,
Because at that point, well, how do they charge? Do people just walk around the city and pick them up?
That's what happens. People pick them up and they
Oh.
give them money per scooter that they charge.
Okay.
It's crazy. So
Okay.
they bring them into their house. We saw people bringing them into their houses at night. There was one guy who took
an
like
easy way to
15
make money.
scooters off the street one night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, wow. And then there's a guy driving around with a pickup truck. We saw a guy. He had like
Yeah,
goodness.
15 of them in the back.
Jeez.
All right, so inside, let me tell you, I've been to all these shows. What I expected of San Diego Comic-Con was completely different.
Right.
I expected all these great activations like the FX one,
Right.
like Castle Rock, like the Jack Ryan one from Amazon,
Right.
like the Fox stuff, to all be inside like they always are at all these other conventions. E3 is one of the most epic convention centers. We saw years ago the Mafia booth, right?
Right.
And this thing was an entire New Orleans street built, French Quarter Street, 3 decks built inside the convention
That's
center.
amazing.
It was unbelievable. You could go in a movie theater, you could
That
go
was
to a
like
jazz
Nintendo
club.
this year. Nintendo's thing, they had a stage with like 3 tiers on it. They had all this stuff lined up. They had giant pieces of like Smash Brothers memorabilia. It was amazing. So it was huge.
Yeah, and so that's what I expected from
what did you
San
see?
Diego Comic-Con. No, all of that stuff is outside and very spread out. They could be as far as 2 miles away.
Wow.
There are these activations in parking lots or on grass, like the FX one or the Fox one. Fox had a cool Simpsons one. We sat on the couch and we took a picture.
Oh, that's
That's
great.
awesome.
On the Simpsons
Oh,
couch.
man.
Yeah. And
jealous.
Adult Swim had a cool activation.
They always
All of
have pretty cool
those
stuff.
were outdoors. And a lot of the broadcasters, like IMDb, rented a yacht. They were doing interviews on the yacht. IGN rented a hotel across the street. And
Rented
shot.
a yacht.
Yeah.
Casual yacht
Just a
renting.
casual yacht.
It's no big deal. That's what we're doing next
No
year.
big deal.
I need
So-
a drink.
What happens inside, like normally you would think all this stuff would happen inside. What happens inside is that it's a comic book like trading show. So they've got exclusive toys. It's a little bit of Toy Fair, John.
Okay.
And then it's a lot of comic book show like Big Apple Comic Con, where you're going to buy, sell, trade comics with all sorts of different comic book shops around the country, vendors, and you like walk up to like a guy like Mike Carbo, and there are boxes everywhere, and you go, hey, do you have a Superman #4?
Right.
And he's like, oh,
so
yeah,
it's
I
like
have that.
big comic shops and traders. There's DC, Marvel. Was
Yep.
like Image there and Dark Horse. Were they all there?
Dark Horse was there. Xbox had a booth.
Okay.
But these booths are very small. They're
Right.
kind of compact. They're not jazzy, really. Like DC had a very small video wall that only showed the artist drawing. There was an artist drawing, and so in
Okay.
some booths, artists would draw, or artists would sign autographs or sell. Neil Adams was there signing stuff. So,
Okay.
but it's really most of the really cool stuff happens outside, but it is so packed inside. There are so many people you can't even move. You're elbow to elbow. You're like walking like this.
Right.
So most of this stuff is either kind of fun and very small, or just these comic book booths where you're going and you're buying comic books or selling or trading, and T-shirts, a lot of T-shirts and hats.
Okay.
And it was cool. I mean, if you're really into comics and you want to find the comic book you're looking for, this is the place to go if you want to meet an artist or learn about the trade or buy. Some booths were selling like pencils and you know, all sorts of brushes. This is the place to go.
Right.
If you want to you know, have the activations that are cool, you don't even have to pay for them because they're free. You just have to
Go outside.
go outside. Now, a lot of them, though, like the FX one, Come All, the Jack Ryan one, you had to line up and sleep over. They only let 100 people in a day.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And the Castle Rock one was super cool, but that had a long line too. But they built, like, they took over a park and built a whole area, so you had something to do while you were waiting online.
That's
and you
cool.
got a number, which was a room key, because it was supposed to be a
Oh,
hotel.
that's cool.
And it was like one of those old
That's
school
really cool.
room keys with plastic. It was cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, we got some STCC exclusive toys chilling
did.
over here.
Yes.
So like, all right, let us know if you saw any of them at all.
Well, I will tell you that Adam picked up for my son Jack a Transformer. He doesn't even know yet. It was super cool. And then we got some T-shirts that were cool. And Dave, I don't know what Dave got. He got a lot of stuff. This is a huge
Dude,
box.
this is
Yeah.
massive.
So Adam brought back a Coochie Kopi from Bob's Burgers, but unfortunately it's green.
So all you see
you
is
can't
the
see
eyeballs.
it. You see these creepy eyeballs.
Wait, here, give it
That are
to me.
just floating around.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could put it in front of the screen, but you still.
No, I think it
Yeah.
still goes. Yeah.
It's still gonna
It's
be
still
green.
good.
Yeah.
It's just really funny. So I wanted to own that. I was like, oh man, that's a mistake. We can't even show it.
Coochie-Kopi.
But Coochie Kopi from Bob's Burgers.
Oh my goodness.
Which is
Yeah,
great.
this is the Chewbacca and Porg Forces of Destiny box. Like my boyfriend's sister, she gets a lot of toys from Hasbro a lot too, and she got some SDC exclusives, and she showed me pictures and she sent them to me because she had to take them for her article, and they're interesting looking,
Yeah.
to say the least.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely
not
Google it because it's the creepiest Chewbacca you've ever seen
Go
in
to
your life.
Kirsten Acuna on
Yeah.
Twitter and look that because they're interesting looking.
Yeah.
Now tell us what this
Okay,
is.
so then this was
Bob's
the.
Burger, by the way, was very popular.
Yeah.
A lot of different
Oh, yeah.
booths were selling
Yeah.
Bob's Burger, and I like that there are exclusives. That is something that's really cool.
I'm a huge fan, so like
Yeah.
the minute Adam was like, "Hey, you want me to get you a Coochie Kopi?" I was like, "Yes!" This was the Han Solo, the Exogorth escape from Jedi. No, it was Jedi. It was Empire.
Yes.
Empire is the word I'm looking for.
Yes.
And this was pretty cool. It's got the face mask where he walks out on the ship to shoot the little suckers off of the Millennium Falcon.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, so
I
that's
want to
what
open
Adam
this
brought us
baby
back.
up, but this is Adam's, and I don't want to
That's cool stuff.
decimate it.
Yeah, Adam had a
So there
field
were really
day.
cool exclusives out there.
There were really cool exclusives,
Yeah.
and especially Star Wars stuff. I mean, now that Disney
Yeah.
has owned Star Wars,
Exactly.
they're able to kind of get the stuff out a little bit more. Hasbro's still doing the toys,
Right.
And there were a lot. I mean, just in T-shirts and all sorts of stuff. Star Wars is obviously always
Yeah.
big. I think The most interesting thing, and Adam and I were talking about this, is that there wasn't that much cosplay.
Really?
NYCC is, as a cosplayer, NYCC is where you go. SDCC is more for the actual, like, really in-depth people that love going for comics and nerd culture.
I would have never thought
where New York Comic Con's more where the photographers are, the cosplayers are. It's,
We did see a couple of really interesting ones. We saw a guy with like a total clock, which was cool, and like the gears were moving. That
was cool.
I don't know, what he was, but
Yeah.
that was cool. There were a couple of original things, but we found out why. And apparently, security there really hassles cosplayers.
Really?
And doesn't
Because of the swords and stuff like that?
I guess.
there's
And
very
so
strict guidelines.
It's almost discouraged there.
Yeah.
And so it's really odd. You see all those people in the tents and everything, and maybe part of it is, look, they're sleeping there for 4 or 5
That's
days
true,
too. But you see all those people, and there's very little cosplay with them. And then there are people showing up. I think you could almost, like, here's the tip about San Diego Comic-Con. You could almost go and buy a one-day pass, enjoy the inside for a little while, spend the other 4 days doing the activations outside, and have a blast. And maybe the first time, if you want to save a little bit of money because the hotel rooms are so expensive, don't even go inside. Just stay on the outside.
Yeah. And with everybody setting a tent up, you might as well.
Seriously. Now, let's really quick go to the chat. Someone asked if this is live. Yes, it is live.
Yeah.
Hello, how are
Hello,
you?
how are
this
you?
is our SCCC recap after show. We just had the Wide World of Games that was live from 9 p.m. Eastern till about 10 o'clock. And Michael went all the way to California, and he's given us the skinny on what happened in SDCC.
Since we couldn't go, but we were super jealous and wanted to have him
But
in
he
and
took
talk about it.
pictures and sent some awesome video and stuff like that for
Exactly.
us.
You guys should have been there next year.
Okay.
And I would say it was a wonderful experience. And I think that, if you're a comic book fan, you have to go at some point.
Yeah.
It's definitely a bucket list item. I saw somebody in the chat mention that before.
Yeah, same.
And I think if you're into toys exclusives, you got to go. And if you want to see these really cool activations, I mean, the Jack Ryan one, they had a real helicopter that you would go through, and it was a VR experience. And they're getting more and more sophisticated, and they get actors to participate with you.
Yeah.
So, like in the Castle Rock or the American Horror Story House, there were actors participating with you, and it was just really cool. And they're promoting all sorts of new shows. There's a new show on Fox called The Passage, and they had an actor who supposlly drinks human blood because they've done all these tests, and they try to cure all disease, and now the only drawback is that he
craves human blood.
So he's sitting there with blood rolling down his cheeks, and he's got they're in a shipping container that they've turned into a glass shipping container.
Wow.
Or like
Very
half of it.
cool,
And
yeah.
he's got a bed in there, and there are doctors standing around. And
so
if you walk
cool.
up, they're like, "Don't get too close. He's hungry.
he
We
gonna,
try to
like,
feed
hit
him regularly."
everything?
And then he's like stares at you, and then he bangs on the glass, and then
That's
they
so
Wow,
and
that's
then like
cool.
a couple times a day they walk him to the like they're walking him to the men's room, and they shackle him and they walk him out.
That's so
interactive
funny.
area.
That's
It's
super interactive.
It's
I
very
like that a
cool.
lot.
Adult Swim did this area where they had like a forest, and then they built like a log flume, but instead of they put wheels on each log flume, and you raced each other.
That's
cool.
awesome. I love it. That's
very
fun.
cool.
Good for them.
No, they're great.
Thank you for coming and show us the pictures and everything. We
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it. That was
a
great.
lot. It was a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
hopefully all of you get to come to Comic-Con at some point, and we'll bring you some of the action next year for sure.
Yeah, sounds good.
Super excited to be able
Sounds
to do
good.
that.
I love it. All right, everyone. It's time to officially say goodbye.
It's been a long day.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us. Thank you for staying put even later than we usually go to get the SDCC recap with Michael.
That's right.
Thank you guys so much. We are going to be live tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern as per usual. And tomorrow is the day that we give away our Xbox
Yeah.
One X.
That's right.
So make sure you're following us tomorrow, and you have to be talking and keeping that chat rolling. All right, and we're not going to tell you exactly when during
That's
the
right.
show we will
Can't.
do it.
Can't do it because you got to be here.
You got to be here
to
the
win.
whole show. Okay.
One thing real quick, I did not see Waldo. Somebody asked that.
Oh.
I did not.
Oh no!
Yeah, because there's always a Waldo at a Comic-Con. You
There's
got to try
always
to
a
find
I didn't
Deadpool.
see
There's always a
Waldo.
Waldo.
We saw a lot of people dressed up as TARDISes. Probably the most cosplay thing we saw consistently was TARDIS, and obviously Harley Quinn is.
Yeah, it's
Harley
always a
Quinn.
big one.
It seems
That's
like it's
right.
easy to do Harley Quinn.
So she's got so many different variations.
Right,
There-
that you
it
can do
depends,
all
yeah.
kinds of different variations of
She's
her.
just a beloved character. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
It's
Yeah.
nice to see that people dressing up as TARDIS for the new Doctor
Yeah.
coming.
No,
That's
that's
pretty cool.
awesome.
All right, so who are you?
I dressed up as a roadie. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
All right, I'm John Donadio, aka Some Beauty to Love.
And I'm Katie McKinley, aka Gonna Shop, and this was Michael Artsis.
There he is.
Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight.
And this was the Wide World of Games, guys. We will see you tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, have a good night.
Have a good night.